Okay, we now welcome on former Olympian Lindsey Vonn. You know her. She's been probably... Actually, would you say you're the most famous Winter Olympian in America?
I don't know about most famous,
Who would
but
be
most successful.
Nancy Kerrigan?
But she's...
Tanya Harding's pretty famous. Not for good reasons.
No, not for good reasons.
I feel like your Q rating is very high, though. Like, everyone knows Lindsey Vonn. I always feel weird introducing people when it's like, you know who this is. It's Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you know who I am. I don't know. But
so you have a documentary coming out on HBO tomorrow night. And it goes, you just retired, what, a year ago?
February.
Okay,
so not even a year.
Less than a year. How weird is it that you have like having that transition where you're not skiing every day?
It's weird, and it's also weird to say like former skier, like former Olympian. It's like past tense is really bizarre, but it's been a rough go. Like especially the first month, 2 months, I was really having a hard time like finding my way, and even though it's coming, it's still so much different than you expected, and everyone had advice, and some of which was like really concerning. They're like, well, just get used to doing nothing. I'm like, that's not how I want to do it at all.
Right.
And then some people are like, you'll be depressed for a long time, but you'll get over it. I'm like, what? But it's balance, I'm figuring it out. It's life's a lot different now, but it's good. Next chapter.
Have you found that you enjoy not being cold all the time? Because you don't have to go up on a mountain?
You know what? I traded one cold sport for another. Now I'm watching PK play hockey, and I'm in an indoor freezer, basically, is what I did. So I was outdoors freezing my ass off, and now I'm indoors freezing my ass off.
You spend a lot of time with your dog, too.
Yes.
That's cool. So
dogs.
Lucy's here in the studio with us.
Yeah.
Yep. Lucy is probably more famous than I am.
How many followers
She's
on
going to be the
Instagram?
star.
Yeah, let's see.
40,000.
40,000?
Now, do you do...
Does she have a Twitter account, too?
No. I mean, I could do a Twitter internal monologue, maybe that would be funny.
I don't want to judge, but do you do the thing where you speak for Lucy on the Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, no.
Because it's like funny. Is it not funny?
It's okay. All right. No, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to
Look
judge.
it up and
Okay,
see if it's
Lucy,
funny, and you can tell me,
looking
be
up right
straight
now.
with me if it's funny or not.
Like, haha, mom loves to, like, pet my belly.
What's the handle? Lucy?
LOL.
No, it's so I changed it. It was Vonn Dogs. Now it's Sue Vonn Dogs because PK had to be involved. SU_.
Yep.
Vonn Dogs.
So they all share an Instagram handle.
They're all. I was gonna do Everybody Loves Lucy, but I didn't want to exclude my other 2 dogs. That would be.
So really, she's only got like 12,000 followers because she shares the Instagram handle.
Well, I mean, technically, she was in a commercial, and like, she's kind of a big deal.
My dog's verified.
Is there any...
Oh, your dog's verified?
Actually,
my dog's
I don't
not
know.
verified?
No, it's not.
He's
I
not?
need to get verified.
I don't think so. Is
Damn
he?
it.
No, Leroy's not verified.
How many does Leroy have?
Leroy has 28,000
so
on
Ivy.
Instagram.
Yeah, so
but
my
on
dogs are
Twitter,
better.
he's got like 74,000.
But it's because
But see, that's you talking their voice.
Well,
no, I
That
don't.
was weird.
I don't know.
He
Leroy
just
does
puts
it.
out fake
Leroy
rumors.
breaks
That's
news.
Yeah.
If your
Leroy
dog
gets everyone
if
talking.
you want to train your dog to break news, we could probably bump that up a couple grand.
Yes, it would
Lucy's
work.
just, got her ear to the ground and finding out all the juicy details.
Yeah.
So wait, do your other dogs get jealous that Lucy gets all the shine?
Yes.
Because I was saying before, I was looking through my tweets, times I've mentioned you, you adopted Leo, who's a brindle, who looks exactly like my adopted dog, Stella. And I think
like
that we should
boyfriend
hook
and
them up.
girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, we should hook them up.
Yeah.
So,
That's Stella right there
That's
on the
Stella.
right.
Oh,
That's
cute.
But-
That looks just, actually, that painting looks just like Leo.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Wait,
they would be a good couple.
Yeah. So the documentary, can you walk us through why you did it, what people are going to see, different side of you, that kind of thing?
Well, I originally thought it would be, kind of a great way to close my career and have this swan song where I break the record and be all like happy and great. And then 3 days into shooting, I tore my LCL, had a big crash, and basically was trying to figure out how to salvage anything from the season. So it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. Like, I'm crying in a solid portion of it. And then it also kind of goes through my family's history and how much they sacrificed and what it was like for them. So it's definitely a unique perspective and some like a lot that I haven't ever shared before.
Right.
But also a lot in the hospital that was pretty crazy, and some of the procedures we did, and it's a little gory at times, but
Ooh.
Yeah.
We get to see like the
That
knee
sells
getting
tickets
cut up.
though. Yeah.
There's some stuff in there I can't
Oh, shit.
tell you.
How many knee injuries have you had?
Knee injuries, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
6 what?
surgeries on my knees.
Holy shit!
Then
How
I've
many
got
times
my
have you torn your
arm.
ACL?
Twice.
Oh my god.
2 ACLs, MCL, meniscus a bunch of times, bunch of like orthoscopic cleanups, my LCL reconstruction.
Do you feel that like pain day to day?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm standing for a long period of time, my knees get like if I'm sitting, I have a hard time standing up.
Interesting.
Did they do the
Yeah.
graft or did they do the other kind of surgery?
So
replace
the first surgery, my ACL was replaced with my hamstring, which re-ruptured, and then it was replaced with my patella tendon.
It's weird. It's a weird dynamic because when you think about other sports, the hockey, football, you see guys get hit so hard, so you know, like, oh, they're probably having trouble waking up on Monday morning. Whereas skiing, just as taxing, but people do it as their, free time, fun hobby. And then you're out there having just insane crashes and knee injuries. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a little different than your weekend stroll,
Right.
But we had this analogy, or Bodie Miller had this analogy where imagine for us ski racing is if you're driving in a car going 85 miles an hour, just jump out of it, and that's what it feels like to us.
Damn.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm smart enough to not do that.
in a Lycra suit with
So
really no padding.
Do you have those moments when you're crashing where you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
this is gonna suck?
Yeah.
Because some of those crashes go for a while.
Yeah, like when you're crashing, you're like, I try to keep my body in a position where it's not gonna be as bad. Like if I see an object coming that I'm gonna hit, I try to like move my body to avoid it. But I mean, sometimes you're just so screwed.
We give every skier that we have on this podcast 30 seconds to bash snowboarders. So do you want to go ahead and just kind of rip into them a little bit?
No, I don't want to.
But they're like,
But they
they
suck.
suck. And they're like stoners. They think that they're cooler than
Smoke
skiers
so much
because
weed.
it looks like it's a skateboard, but it's not. Right?
There's so
And
many
they-
things I want to say, but
do it.
do
Go
it.
off.
Go
We'll
off.
cut
Come on.
this
no,
part.
my only gripe is that I wish I didn't stop like in the middle of the trail, or like underneath a knoll or something. And then, we run over them, or like, it's just dangerous.
Right.
It's really dangerous.
Because they're smoking and they're
Yeah.
hanging out and
Well, it's
they're
like
like,
pull off to the side
Right.
so we don't hit each other.
right.
And also when you're, because they can only see kind of to one side. So just be conscious of where you are.
They all
That's-
think they're in the X Games. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this fucking sick ollie. It's like, dude.
I mean,
just go
Sean
down the
White's a
hill.
good friend of mine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
The tomato can. No, the
Flying
flying tomato.
Tomato can. That's Dan Shaughnessy. Could you tell the difference if I put you at the top of a mountain in Colorado and then at the top of a mountain in Austria? Could you be able to tell, like, okay, this is European?
most likely, yeah.
What's the difference between European snow?
So it's different. It's lower altitude. Like Europe is generally all much lower altitude than the West Coast skiing. So the snow is kind of in between West Coast and East Coast.
Okay.
if you will. And West Coast, it's more dry, like much drier, especially Colorado, Utah,
Rado is what you call it.
Colorado.
No, Rado is what the locals call it in
Rado.
Colorado. Rado, yeah.
I
I'm
don't.
going out to Rado.
You ever spend any time in Rado?
Yeah, sounds
I
like
live
you've
in.
never
Sounds
been
like
to
she's
Rado.
never
I
been.
live in Rado.
You've never
You don't
been?
know what Rado is. Okay.
I live in Vail, Colorado.
Would you? No, you live in Rado. Would you say? I have one last question. Would you say you're an adrenaline junkie?
100%.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I am
yeah.
as well.
That's an issue. Actually, it's a problem.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I mean, what am I going to do now? Like, there's only so many speeding tickets one can get.
Let me see your phone. You have a phone?
I don't have my phone here.
Do you have a case on it?
Yeah.
Take off your case. That's adrenaline.
No, that's just
No, that's
unnecessary risk.
At any given second,
touch that.
I could drop
that's
this.
adrenaline. Whoa. Oh,
You have the new one. Oh,
yeah.
cute with your
not
dog on
not
it.
a little. This is a brag, but yeah. Take off the case of your phone. It's adrenaline every single day because you're just like, oh shit, I could drop it. and then if you don't,
But then you're gonna have to, if you do drop it and break it, you're gonna have to go wait in line at the Apple store.
no, my old phone I just changed was just smashed to like bits, and I just had it smashed
But
for
that's
like
not.
a year.
That's like
It's
not
fun.
a fun adrenaline.
Oh,
I
it's
don't-
fun because then
it
you
is
have the
fun.
adrenaline of maybe cutting your finger on the glass.
It's fun, but I
Yeah.
agree with you that if you do break it and you have to go
Dangerous.
wait in line at the Apple store, that is the least adrenaline thing that you
Yeah,
can do.
exactly. So it's like the reward is not high for that.
You're not a real adrenaline junkie. It
I would
sounds
like to jump out of an airplane. That's what
I've done
I would
that.
like to do.
You've never done that?
No.
You're not a real
PK won't let
adrenaline
me.
junkie.
PK won't let me.
What do you mean? Tell
like-
him he's got to jump out.
And he's like, I don't want you to die.
People don't die jumping out of airplanes. I mean,
Yeah, they
people
do.
have died jumping
Yeah,
out
they
of
do.
People have died doing everything.
That's true. Actually, that's a very valid point.
Yeah. If you have a case on your phone, you never jumped out of an airplane, you are not a true adrenaline junkie.
I swim with sharks and I skied at 85 miles an hour. I think I trump you.
Can you overdose on adrenaline? Have you ever? And then just stop sweating?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No,
I've
that's
heard
what
you
Prince
can.
Andrew
Yeah,
said.
no, he
Yeah.
said that he overdosed on adrenaline.
But yeah, he was fighting in the Falkland Island War,
Mm-hmm.
and he got shot at, and then he said that he stopped sweating for like 10 years.
I mean, I would love to stop sweating.
Yeah,
Like,
so
who
maybe
likes
that's
to
what you
sweat?
need to do.
Just go fight in the Falkland Islands.
Throw your phone at a wall.
Yeah. And then
There
you'll
you
just
go.
knock
You'll
off
never
with a
sweat
swimmer.
again.
Crazy adrenaline.
Yes.
I'm going to bring this home with a really good question here.
Okay.
Okay.
So you live in Colorado,
Rado.
You're in the thin air all the time. When you get down at sea level with us plebes, are you just like high off oxygen all the time because the air is
It's
so
so
sweet?
much easier.
Is it soupy?
No, when I'm in altitude, because my house in Vail is at almost 10,000 feet, and I get headaches and like my eyes are always dry, and like it actually is not that fun to live at that altitude.
Huh.
So I will say it's like really nice to live at sea level.
How
in
tough
New
is it?
Jersey.
Is it really hard to bake shit in Colorado because you have to follow those special instructions?
It's a little bit more difficult, but it's not that bad. I never actually look at the time. I pop my head in the oven and see what's up.
Don't keep your head out. That's
Adrenaline.
very
junkie.
dangerous.
Adrenaline
Yeah, that's
junkie.
dangerous.
Get
See,
that
I
head
think
right in there.
I think I've
Yes.
proven myself.
Yes. All right, Lindsey Vonn, thank you so much. Check out her new documentary on HBO. You can watch everything on demand now.
Tomorrow,
so
yeah.
It's coming out tomorrow, November 27th, 6th. 6th. I know the date today.
Uh-huh.
That was good.
All right.
But yeah,
Adrenaline
check it out
junkie.
on demand anytime you want. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.